Welcome to the second episode of Tales from the Sancho, and this is called Wrongfully Suspended in the 7th Grade. Before I start, free my man Irv till they let him free, you hear me? I was in the 7th grade, right? I was going to Francis Junior High. I was in the 7th grade, you know, it was a regular morning, regular first period like any other, right? You know, I went to class, you know, teacher wasn't there yet. Just me, my man Irvin, my friend Alberto, and this other kid, right? The other kid, I ain't gonna say his name, but like the other kid that was there, he grabs him in a headlock, right? Right, he has him like this. Alberto's right here, and we all standing up though. He has him like this, like that, right? And then Irvin just come and just start punching him in the back, right? But mind you, we not jumping. Oh, and before I say anything else, I was just watching. That's the main part of the story. I was just watching. I didn't touch him or nothing. I could have been punching him too, but I didn't. I was just watching. So Irvin, this man right here, going to his body, he just punching him, right? But like I said, Alberto is a joke. He know he's not getting jumped. You know, we played like that before. This is nothing new, right? So I'm there watching. So the kid have him like this. Alberto's right here, and Irvin is just punching, and I'm watching. I'm standing in front of them watching. The teacher comes in. This teacher, she was the nicest teacher in the world. She was so nice. Well, I don't know about teacher, but she was the nicest person in the world. Super nice. I loved going to her class. I didn't mind going to her class. I would hardly skip her class or none of that shit. I loved going to her class. She was super nice. Never gave me any problems, right? This teacher come into class, and I've never heard her scream a day in my life. So I had never heard her scream, yell at me. I never gave her no problems. I never gave her a reason to, right? So I always thought she fucked with me. Man, comes to class, right? Mind you, the kid still got him in a headlock, and Irvin is still whack, 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 whack. She comes in screaming. She just was over dramatic with it. She goes, "What's going on, you right? You guys are so to hell. Get off of him. You come with me to the principal's office." And guess who you was? This dude who was punching her, and not the kid who was holding him in the headlock. It was me. She told me and Irvin to come to the principal's office with her, right? And I'm like, hold up, bitch. She grabbing us by like this, like mad, and I've never seen her mad before, so it was shocking to me. First that she was yelling, she was mad, and then she ground up on me, but like she had a look in her eyes like she saw me as like, oh my God, you fucking criminal, you fucking whatever, like just saw me. So she's taking us to the office, in the principal's office on the first floor. And I'm just over here thinking like in my head, I'm not saying, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I didn't even do anything. I was just watching. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Boom. So she takes us to the principal's office, and she tells us the principal what just happened. And this is what she told her. I'm like, oh my God, she told the principal, you wouldn't see what I just see. Like, I'm horrified, I'm da da da. She's like, he held them while he punched them with his all might. And I'm just looking at him like pretend a bitch. I'm like, what? Mind you, I never gave her no problems. I thought her was her favorite student type of shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? She said I held the motherfucker. And here's the thing. She didn't say nothing to the guy that was actually holding on to his head. He got to stay in class, right? So she's telling the principal that, and she ends up bringing Alberto down, right? And then Alberto, here's the worst part about it, right? Alberto comes downstairs. He ends up coming downstairs when we're in the principal's office. And then they're trying to get him to say what happened. And he's telling them we were just playing around. My teacher, my first period teacher, who I thought liked him, and she said he's just afraid of them. That's why he won't tell them nothing. He told her we were playing around. That's how we normally play. And she says he's in fear of them. That's why he's not telling the truth. I seen him hold his head while he beat him with his fist, with everything he got. And I'm like, and I'm looking at her madly disappointed, madly like shocked, like, damn, come on now. Why you ain't saying nothing to this other kid? I should have told and defended myself and said, hold on, I wasn't the one hitting him. So it was the other kid holding his head. It wasn't me. In my head, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, the other kid did it. I'm like, why the fuck is he not even here with us? At least be here with us. He was the one holding them. If anything, he was the one hurting them, man. He wasn't our man. He was just one playing around with us. Like, we didn't even fuck with him like that. He was the one holding his head like he could have cracked his neck or something. You know what I'm saying? Irvin was just, you know, punching them, but you know, that's something we played around. That other kid was just there to be there. So Alberto tried to say, you know, we didn't do nothing, ain't nothing bad happened to him. But the teacher said that shit, and I just looked at her a whole different way. Me and Irvin got suspended for 10 motherfucking days. That ain't a lot, but when you a 7th grader, when you a little 12-year-old in the 7th grade, that's a lot of. To this day, I don't know if she just thought she saw me do it. She thought she saw me hitting them. She thought she saw me holding them. But what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's what it was weird to me, because I never gave her no problems. She never gave me no problems. I actually liked her. She was super nice. You know, I loved her class. And after that day, I was just like, you know, fuck her class. You know, I was skipping like shit on her class. I wasn't trying to beat her no more. I fucking hated her. The old lady type thing. She was probably in her. She had white hair, so she probably had to be like a 53 or something. You know? Alright, so that was it, you guys. I just shared my story in the 7th grade. This is the 2nd episode of the Tales from the Sancho.